third and final video we're doing today. It has to do with anime again. Because this fucker's, he's got blue balls for High School DxD Season 4. Right, George?
I wouldn't say blue balls, but we've been waiting for so long.
I mean, I just got into the show recently, so.
I mean, the thing is with him, it took a while to find the right one.
And if you watch High School DxD, you're gonna say, "Oh, it's because of." Yeah, no, it's really not. For me,
it's a good story.
It's a good story.
It's a good story.
Yeah. The fact that the we're talking about tits, just in case you didn't know. That's just a bonus, but it's actually a good plot line. For me to get hooked on something, it has to have a good story and it has to be delivered properly.
Like My Bride's a Mermaid.
Yeah, that's mainly because of comedy and how.
Well, see, if we would have to count yours, would be My Bride's a Mermaid, High School of the Dead, High School DxD,
Dragon Ball Z. Obviously.
Dragon Ball Z. And
that's because that's a childhood, so that doesn't really count.
Cowboy Bebop.
That's childhood too, so I don't think those really count.
They didn't really count because they are anime. You just didn't know what they were called.
Yeah.
I mean, many of you probably haven't seen My Bride's a Mermaid. That's
10 years old, so
that was our started off, and I started off with Chino because Chino introduced me to it. I just got you to see that one, and which got you to watch a couple of others.
Well, the only reason I watched the ones you told me about is because, like I said before, where I live, you get no fucking TV reception, and we have flash drives filled to the brim with movies, shows, fucking music and shit. So I was like, you know what, I'm just give it a try because I got nothing else to watch. And I saw it, and I was like, oh shit, it's pretty good.
So that's how we arrived at the High School DxD section of our story, which he watched Season 1, Season 2, Season 3, which are High School DxD, High School DxD New, and High School DxD Born, if I had got that correct.
Yeah. No, the third one I think is Newborn.
No, it's New and then Born, isn't it? Or Born and then New.
No, because the theme song even says Newborn.
Really?
Yeah.
I never paid attention. I was looking at the book. Not gonna lie.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie though. Like most of, if not all, animes have some dope ass intros. They're catchy as shit. I'll give them that.
And if you're watching stuff, it's not like I'm being unfaithful. I'm just gonna be honest. That's the best thing they draw. Yeah. The people must be upset.
Like, did you buy the poster just today? Where is it?
Yeah, it's over there.
Right there.
It's over there somewhere. But that's the thing. Now, we've been waiting on the 4th season
since 2014?
14. Longer than...
Well, you've been waiting longer because I just got into it about a year ago, so...
I've been working a little longer. I've been trying to look into it in Google, Bing, and it was always saying, oh, we're waiting on the green light, we're waiting on the green light. Finally,
a
few days ago, I was going through my Facebook. And, I run into this little trailer.
Is it a teaser trailer or an official trailer?
I'm not really sure. I just saw it. And so, it's two of the girls from High School DxD. And I mean, if you haven't seen High School DxD, I highly recommend it. And so, it was brought up that the 4th season was coming out. Of course, the thing's in Japanese. I don't speak a single word of Japanese. But
I speak a little Russian.
Just the way it was drawn, the way it would look, the fighting sequence that was going on.
It looked new.
It looked brand spanking new.
Although the animation stuff, well, obviously it's anime, but like it looks more like Flash animation than typical normal
animation.
Yeah.
Well, of course. I mean, it's always evolving. That's the thing about anime. It's never the same. Not only that, I think the artists behind it, the whole team, was changed out.
Oh, yeah?
I'm not really sure. I have to look it up. I have to do my homework on it.
Yeah.
I mean, apparently you want to watch Hellsing too.
That's because I'm watching the abridged series.
Well, you can thank that Team 4-Star for that one. Not like they're gonna be watching this, but hey.
Hey, you never know, shit.
If you guys are, then Team 4-Star. Thank you for Dragon Ball Z abridged. Hellsing abridged.
Vegeta.
Those have been the happiest moments of my life.
Oh yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of anime here that people want to watch. I mean, if you're dark and broody, you could always go for like uh, School Days or Black Butler. There's a lot. If you're black and bright, then you know Girl Bravo.
Huh?
My Bride's a Mermaid.
My Bride's a Mermaid is one of those where you can't take it seriously.
Heaven Lost Property, High School DxD. Those all will bring you joy.
Yeah.
If you're kind of weird and twisted and
Sick fuck.
there's
There's Helsing.
Hustling.
There's High School of the Dead. There's
Kinda Gonna Kill.
Is that the one where one of the bitches has like a half scissor that's like a sword? Is it that one?
I think so. I mean, there's a bunch of them. There's a bunch of them that you can look into.
Oh, there's also Devil May Cry. I did not know that it was an anime. I just thought it was the game itself.
It was the game. I think it evolved into an anime.
Oh, really? Oh, I thought it was the other way.
Because Castlevania also has an animation now.
It's on Netflix. I don't like it. I don't like it.
I like the first episode, and that's because Dracula looks.
It looks badass.
He looks badass. I mean, Alucard looks like a little bitch. Little blonde bitch. He does. I'm sorry, but he floated out of his casket like he was Jesus.
Yeah. Yeah, he did.
Like, okay, I got it, but you're not Jesus. Well, we gotta be not that I want to be sacrilegious. Let's not make that very clear. I'm not a big old Catholic or a big old Christian or anything. I mean, I believe in God, but I think that would make one dope ass anime.
Yeah, it would.
Like, I'm sorry. I know it sounds wrong. I mean, if South Park can pull it off, then I'm pretty sure some animator out in Japan can make like the Bible look badass. And I mean, we're talking about 13 seasons just there.
13, really?
13, 14. I mean, how many?
There's 66 books in the entire Bible.
66 books. Yeah, nobody's gonna stick around for 66 seasons.
Hey, you never know. Fucking, what's it called? Saturday Night Live's been around for 50 years almost.
I mean, but we don't want to cover the whole thing.
Just the good parts.
I mean, the crucifixion would be one graphic ass scene. I mean, wow.
It would be like an animated version of Passion of the Christ, pretty much.
Pretty much. Yeah, I mean, we could cover from, I guess, childhood, like the movies do, to crucifixion, which like at least 3 seasons.
That's a little too long.
No, because you would be covering season 1 childhood.
Season 2. Okay. So his whole life would be.
Yeah, don't put it, and then the crucifixion, which. And again, we want to make that clear. We're not being antichrist or whatever.
Sacrilegious fucks.
I'm just saying the devil would look hell as good in animation. I mean, have you seen The Passion of the Christ?
The devil looks weird.
That would be the perfect devil to have in the animation. Just because he's weird like that.
No, like, he looks like Sloth if he was more deformed. Like, he's weird. And you couldn't tell if it was a guy or a girl. You couldn't tell if you wanted to get a boner or not. Like, it was weird.
So weird that you wanted to get a boner from the devil?
No, like, the actor or the actress, whatever the fuck it is.
I think it was an actor.
It looked like a bitch. And not you're a little bitch, but like a female bitch.
I think that's what, I don't know, like, I saw it, it confused the hell out of me.
And what the hell is it about Japanese animators that get other countries' cultures and make animes about them? A good example, Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yu-Gi-Oh! Hellsing.
DxD, it takes a lot of Christianity, and aren't they mostly Buddhists over there?
They take Christianity. Well, they take the Norse gods.
Oh yeah.
Pretty much all the gods.
Pretty much all the
all the gods and all the devils and demons and whatever, and turn them into an anime. Which I guess if you really start to think about it, it's every single culture.
Hey, imagine the Aztec Empire in anime.
That would be amazing.
That would be fucking awesome.
I mean, there's a couple people. I mean, they make Americans sound stupid. I'm not lying. They do.
Yeah, they do.
And most of them are pretty much shown to be blonde and
retarded.
I mean, some of them are cute, some of them are not.
Some of them make you want to like die because they're that fucking bad looking.
There's so much to cover. I mean, I'm like he said, I'm just waiting for them to take the Mexican culture and turn our Aztec warriors into like the most graphic.
Because the Aztecs were brutal fucks. Did you know? Fun fact. Wrestling started in Mexico actually, and by the Aztecs, what they would do is they would get their best warrior and fight to the death with another warrior from another tribe of the Aztec Empire. The Aztec Empire was fucking massive. It took up all of Mexico except like Yucatan, that was like more like Mayans and shit, and parts of like southern U.S. So it was a big fucking empire. What they would do is they would get the best fighter from their tribe and they would put him in a ring and fight to the death. We had a small technical malfunction, but we're good. Like I was saying, the Aztecs, when we went to wrestling, they would put their best warrior against another one, and the whole removal of the mask, that's actually like very sacred over there because that's what the Aztec would do when they would win the fight, a lucha match. They would decapitate their rival, but not to humiliate them. It was a sort of a
honor.
Yeah, like an honor. Like it was an honor to win, but it was also an honor to die, because you pretty much fought. It's kind of like religion now. You fight for your God and you die for your God. That's kind of like how it was for them. They had a different faction, so you die for whoever was in charge of your faction. So, I mean, yeah, with time, like wrestling kind of changed it to where it's humiliating. But back then, it was actually an honor to die by the hands of someone who was better than you, if it makes sense.
Yeah.
It's obviously not going to make sense because people think that, oh, I lost, I'm a bitch now. No.
Well, back then you didn't really have much to think about because as soon as you were done, they
would
chopped off your head.
Like the same wrestler, like the same warrior that defeated you,
will take off.
Will take a sacrificial dagger and just, and he would take it. He would own it, like he would own the heads of the people he killed. And I don't know what he would do.
Shrunken heads.
I think that's more South America. It's not really. I mean, they probably did, but I don't think they would shrink them. I think he would just like put them on spikes or something. And
that's one hell of way to decorate your house.
It is. But yeah, that's a fun fact about wrestling. That's one thing I want to see in the anime. If Japan actually makes a Aztec anime.
There's pretty aggressive animes. We've seen that.
Oh yeah.
So I wouldn't be surprised if they did. I mean, if this somehow gets to Japan, guys, if you get an English translator that can get this to you guys, please feel free to
comment on this fucking video. Tell me, hey, I'm an anime animator or whatever you call it. I don't know.
We'll throw ideas your way.
Yeah, we know a lot about our ancient culture.
Well, there's a lot of things that we can use.
We can use the sacrifices. The wrestling matches. If
you're gonna leave in the comments talking about, oh, luchadors already have a cartoon, mucha lucha does not count as anime. That is a cartoon. And for those who don't know the difference, anime is for adults.
Actually, not even you know this, and I know you don't know this, but in Japan, anime is basically a show that is not a live action show. Did you know that?
Yes.
Okay.
I kind of.
No, because pendejos over here think anime is just a type of cartoon.
Kind
of? No, but in the U.S.
It's a show. It's a show for people like us.
No, in the U.S., anime means Japanese cartoons. No. It means
show.
Officially, it means show that's not live action.
Get
that shit right.
Thank you for covering that for me.
Yes.
And another thing, many of you think here that, oh, I'm gonna go watch anime. Oh, so you're gonna watch a cartoon? No, I'm not. I'm gonna watch a show. It's a cycle.
It's a show that happens to be a cartoon, but
oh, it's more of a yeah. It's an animation cartoon.
Yeah.
But the thing is the difference between that and a cartoon is the fact that cartoons are for little kids. They don't show the graphic material that an anime would.
I wouldn't say that. Remember Tom and Jerry? I mean, obviously it's not graphic like.
When's the last time you saw Tom take Jerry's head and bathe in his blood?
That's not exactly what happens, but there are episodes where he does get cut up.
Yeah, but we never see it like.
Yeah, I see what you mean, but
Do you know what I mean?
But you get my point.
Yeah, I mean, Tom and Jerry was one of those cartoons that pushed the envelope.
Yeah.
Recently, dude, what have we've gotten shit? I mean,
That's why I stopped watching Cartoon Network in 2009.
It died.
After Chowder died, I'm like, fuck it.
It died. Everything died. I mean, remember when you used to go and turn on the cartoon, like the TV, and just watch your cartoons every Saturday?
Actually,
Or
I
every
didn't watch them. I watch them every day after school because the WB. I don't know if a lot of people.
Oh, I remember that.
A lot of people might not remember this, but before Saturday morning cartoons, the WB
was on every
day
Yu-Gi-Oh,
from noon to 3.
Yu-Gi-Oh,
Yu-Gi-Oh,
Static
Pokemon,
Shock.
Static Shock, Beautiful Joe, Mega Man,
a bunch of cartoons.
Sonic. Actually, Sonic was more like on Fox or NBC or one of those two.
No.
Sonic was never on the WB.
Yeah, but it was after they turned into
Toonzai.
Tuesday.
Yeah, Toonzai.
And
Yeah.
then TV for kids or for kids or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, after a while, I don't know if the people just stopped giving a fuck.
Now they don't have morning cartoons. They have educational shows. What kind of pendejada is that?
Cartoon kids don't want to wake up and watch things they're gonna teach them things. They have school for that. Saturday was the day you woke up late, got up. Whenever you could, you would get up, make a big old bowl of cereal, and plant your ass firmly on that couch.
At least until noon.
At least until noon.
Yeah.
You watch all the cartoons you liked from that time to that time. And there was nothing in the world that was going to make that change.
Not even the end of the world. I guarantee you that.
All of a sudden, it was all canceled. Take it away from them. Cartoon Network, I guess, stopped giving a fuck about everything. I mean, look what they did for Teen Titans, dude.
Oh, God, do not remind me of that.
Teen fucking Titans.
What? Raven was so emo and depressed in the original one, and now she's playing with dolls? What the fuck?
She was playing with unicorns. Fuck
whatever.
Unicorns. Nothing seems like a threat in that place. It's all games and fun. Fun and games with the new Teen Titans. No, if the kids are watching this, realize that those aren't the Teen Titans. Teen Titans were dark.
Dark as shit, too.
They were dark.
Deathstroke make you want to piss yourself.
The movie was dark.
Are we talking about the Teen Titans show or the movie that just came out?
No, the other one where they go to Tokyo and fight that creepy looking.
Oh shit, that one, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That one was dark.
Yeah, it was, fool.
That was dark. That was dark.
And I'm surprised that it came out on Cartoon Network, fool. Because it was a little too dark for that.
And all of a sudden, they changed all up on us.
I personally, honestly feel that Cartoon Network died when Hanna-Barbera was closed down. Because Hanna-Barbera made some of the best cartoons ever.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot argue with that. It made Flintstones, Jetsons, Yogi Bear, and like the last remaining years, it made one of my personal favorites, Johnny Bravo, Johnny Quest. It was more like in the 70s or 80s, but it was still pretty good. My personal favorite, Johnny Bravo.
Oh, God, yes.
God, I love Johnny Bravo. And I wish they would come back and make it, but...
Release a movie.
No. It's not that they're not going to make it because two of the most important people that worked on that show have their own shows. You know who they are?
Mm-hmm.
Butch Hartman, Fairly Odd Parents, Seth MacFarlane, Family Guy. Did you know that they used to work for that?
Yeah, but I mean, what's... They can take a little time and come back to something old.
Maybe.
Not that
for like a reunion or something.
No, I'm not saying that Seth MacFarlane should leave Family Guy, because, God.
Even he wants to leave that show.
Already?
Like, it's a good show, don't get me wrong, but he thinks that the show overstayed its welcome. And I think it kind of did.
Not yet. I feel like The Simpsons have overstayed.
Oh yeah, 30 fucking years? Hell no.
They need to stop.
They need to fucking
It needs to come to a conclusion. I'm not saying it's not a good show. It's a great show. It's an awesome show.
Especially the Treehouse of Horror. Exactly. I love those.
I don't regret a single episode I've watched. It's been done immacculately. Yes. It's amazing.
The movie was fucking awesome.
Yes, it was. I mean, it's done everything.
Yeah. Movies. Well, it's done one movie only.
Movie, games.
It's done pretty much almost every form of medium available.
TV.
They even have apps too. The Simpsons tapped out. I'm addicted to that shit. Yeah.
Games. I mean, it's time. I'm sorry, Simpsons family. I love you guys. You're like my own family, but it's time to go. I mean, Family Guy is. It's compared to them. Family Guy is better just taking off.
Yeah, it is compared to them, but I think Family Guy.
It's not a show that should stay on way too long. Like, it's probably starting to wear out.
Yeah, it is.
It's starting to wear out. But hey, see this through to the end, or at least give it a good end. Don't leave us hanging like some shows do. Shit. Don't leave us wanting more.
Don't leave us half cocked.
Yeah, exactly. Don't leave us wanting more like some cartoons, some anime shows.
Like Futurama, love that show, but I did not like how it ended. The second time, I didn't even know it was canceled once. Because it was canceled once by Fox, and it was picked up by Comedy Central.
Yeah, the Fox thing was whenever they go through that time travel thing.
Yeah, I didn't know that was when they.
Yeah, and it's like, do you want to do it again? And yeah.
No, that's actually the second time it was canceled, like for good. Like when they were all old as shit, when Leela and Fry were old.
When was the first time?
I don't know. I don't know, but I do know it was canceled.
I know the last episode is when
Fry and Leela are old.
No, the last episode is when Soyborg finds a girlfriend.
Are you serious?
Yes,
But doesn't he die if he finds a girlfriend?
No, Soyborg finds a girlfriend. That is the last episode, I believe. And she falls in love with him because she can't smell anything. And when she finally can smell something, the only thing she likes is the smell of him.
What?
So he ends up with her, and I think that is the last episode.
I don't know.
I think the first time it gets canceled is that when Leela and Fry are old, and the professor finds them again, and it's like, okay, do you want to try out this all over again?
I could have sworn I thought that was the second one.
I can't remember. People, look it up and leave comments below so we know.
Yeah, it was.
I don't remember. I haven't seen the show in forever.
Yeah, I mean, but
you might be right though.
I guess.
And so yeah, but I guess the point here would be that anime is a good thing for you to try.
For certain people.
Certain people, not all of you.
I myself, I'm still not gonna say I like anime.
You don't?
Because I honestly, I don't like the general concept of the genre. It's not that I hate it. I just don't like it. I mean, yeah, I'm not a hypocrite. There are shows that I like that happen to be anime, but just because I like it's like saying
I'm just gonna throw this out there.
It's like my old man doesn't like sports, but he fucking loves soccer and baseball.
I'm just gonna throw out there, guys. Whoever's watching this, leave some comments to something that you guys might think you like.
I like violence, gore,
and darkness.
Anything that has to do with like depression
or something to make him laugh. Whatever, just throw things his way. Maybe he'll try them, maybe he won't. But hey, if he doesn't, I will. And hopefully we'll make another one of these just to let you know how it went down.
Yeah. Because I did say I want to make some reviews for sure.
Alright, well, this has been the third video. And
hopefully the last.
Probably the last one for a while. At least with me. I don't know about him, but I don't get to come out here as much as I would like. Yeah, guys. We'll see you in the next one.
Alright, later, fuckers.